Chapter 24. Blood Oath in Luyang. Their shadow on the grassroots ghost on the throne. Although the Black Mountain Taoist had vanished into smoke at Hulao, rumors spread everywhere that his soul was not destroyed, but had only escaped to find refuge. In the Luyang Palace, Wang Shikong was in constant fear day and night, both afraid of the Tang army and afraid of vengeful spirits. To consolidate his power, he secretly formed an alliance with Yu Rengao in Shandong, and at the same time secretly sent an envoy to the northern grasslands, asking for help from the Turks. The Turks sent a man in black, calling himself Karatejin, a northern sorcerer, knowledgeable in black shadow spells. Before Wang, he knelt down, his voice deep. "As long as you have blood and names, I will call the northern wind, causing your ghosts to enter the Tang army and slaughter each other." Wang Shikong's face flashed with greed, and he immediately wrote the names of the 4 Tang heroes on the blood talisman. Strange Tang Camp. In the Tang army camp, strange phenomena occurred one after another. Horses neighed and screamed, their eyes bulged white, and they trampled on the ropes. The soldiers woke up to find black handprints on their chests. The food and water tasted bitter, and the wine turned to ashes in their mouths. Qing Zhuanzi frowned and shouted loudly, "This is the shadow spell of the steppe. To break it, one must enter the dream world and face the ghosts in the shadows." Qin Shubao clenched his spear. "If that's the case, I'm willing to go in first, even if my soul is scattered and my body is destroyed." Cheng Zhaojin laughed loudly. "Is Zhaojin afraid of ghosts? Let me hit him with a hammer, and he'll be gone." Lei Cheng stepped forward. "Brothers of one mind, no one goes alone. If we enter the dream, all 4 of us will go together." Blood swearing into dreams. That night, under the moonlight, 4 people sat in a circle. Fan Wein too drew a red talisman on each person's forehead, made a hand seal, and chanted a spell. The blood in the copper cup mixed together, and they drank together, swearing, "If our souls are lost, we 4 brothers will die together, and no one will be left behind." Immediately, their eyes closed, their souls left their bodies, falling into a blood-red dream. Illusionary hell. They saw themselves standing in a blood-red desert. The sky was on fire. The ground was full of white bones. From afar, Karateshin appeared, his eyes blue, his hand waving a bone staff, chanting a strange language. Behind him was a 9-tailed wolf demon, its 9 tails of black smoke wagging violently, each tail dripping drops of green poison onto the ground. The howl tore at their souls. Tan Thuk Bao swung his twin spears with the move Song Long Zhuat Hai, piercing one tail. Cheng Zhaojin shouted loudly, his hammer hitting Loi Din Kai Sun, breaking the pile of bones that were rushing towards him. La Fan threw the spear. Beseech Hon Quan Nat, the white light split the sky, piercing the wolf demon's chest. But every time it was injured, the monster would dissipate and then gather intact as before. Karatejin laughed loudly. "You guys are just hitting the ball. How can the ball die?" Fighting in the dream, at that time, Fan Wein-tu's voice echoed like a distant bell. "Remember the Jade Heart Seal. You can't win with swords and spears. You can only win with the union of hearts." The 4 people sat calmly in the midst of the firestorm. The light energy rose from their hearts, forming a Jade Mandala in the sky. A wolf demon howled, burned by the light. Karatejin was furious, casting a spell to create. A river of fire rolled, a rain of skulls. Black ice shackles locked the 4 limbs. Tan Thuk Bao turned his spear to use the move Thousand Stone Iron Wall, blocking the river of fire. Cheng Zhaojin used Tai Sun Fu Dia, breaking the ice shackles. La Fan gathered his energy and shouted, "Thien Bach Hong Quiet Kitch." The spearhead pierced straight into the wolf demon's heart. The mandala light combined with the spear hammer, and bow, piercing through the entire monster's body. The wolf demon exploded into ashes. Karatijin howled, his soul shattered. Impossible. The wind of the steppe betrayed me. He disappeared in the storm of blood. Awakening dream, the four heroes woke up, sweating profusely. The black handprints on the soldiers' chests disappeared. The horses were quiet, and the food returned to its normal taste. The army cheered, but Fan Weien too only sighed. This is only a fragment of soul. In Luoyang, Vuong the Sung is still nurturing a bigger demon. The real battle is still ahead. That night, La Fan sat next to Nuyet Nenje. She placed her hand on his shoulder. Don't be afraid of the prophecy. Fate is determined by the heart of man. Keep your mind bright. Don't let the darkness imprison you. La Fan looked at her and silently promised. If fate forces the dragon and tiger to die together, I will be the one to destroy that fate. Strengthening the brotherhood and the love between La Fan and Nuyet Nguyen. Chapter 25. The Fire Battle of Luoyang. The Blood Battle of Duong Din Kong. Before Luoyang City, the autumn wind blew loudly across the fields. Before his eyes was the towering Luoyang City wall. Inside, Wang Shikong had used all his strength, setting up a large camp of tens of thousands of soldiers, red flags covering the horizon. He appointed Yang Dinggong, a great general who came from a loyal family of the Sui dynasty, but was blinded by fame and fortune, to lead the army to defend the city. Dinggong was famous for his extraordinary strength, holding 1,000-pound Ding Tian Kun in his hand, and was also enchanted by the Black Taoist to increase his strength. Wang Shikong said, as long as Dinggong could hold the city gate, even if Lai Tang had 100,000 soldiers, they would not be able to enter. The Tang army goes to battle outside the city. Li Shimin personally went out to camp, along with the tiger generals. Xin Shubao in golden armor, double-handed spear. Cheng Jiaojin carried a heavy hammer. His momentum shook the sky. Luo Cheng rode a white horse, his long spear shining brightly. Luo Cheng Xiang, La Cheng's cousin, with a strong sword in his hand, followed closely behind his elder brother. The Tang army's drums resounded like thunder. Flags fluttered. The momentum was majestic, overwhelming the evening sky. Magic on the wall. On the tower of the city, the Black Mountain Taoist was not completely dead. Now only half a soul remained, but he joined forces with Kara Tejin, not completely destroyed, to create the Blood Shadow Three-Soul Formation. The entire sky suddenly turned black. The moon was red. The wind blew sand like howling demons. The Tang soldiers shivered before they fought. Their horses neighed in fear. Qing Zhuanziai stood in the camp, chanting loudly. With a bright heart, the shadow cannot do anything. All generals, break the formation with righteousness. Battle outside the city, Yang Dinggong spurred his horse out, his staff as heavy as a pillar of heaven, roaring loudly. Who dares to fight me to the death outside the city? Qin Shubao rushed out before. The twin spears struck like thunder. The two men clashed. The sound of weapons resounded like the sky and earth were shaking. The staff fell. The ground cracked into a ditch. The spears stabbed out. The wind whistled through the ears. After 50 rounds, there was no winner. Cheng Zhaojin was impatient. He picked up his hammer and rushed forward, shouting, Dinggong, take this Zhaojin hammer. The three of them fought, dust flying everywhere. Dinggong had unparalleled strength, and he was still able to hold his ground after a while, and he had an evil aura protecting him. Lao brothers raiding hands. Seeing this, La Cheng shouted, let me help. His golden spear unleashed the 9-star chain technique, and the light was dazzling. Yang Dinggong struggled to resist. At that moment, La Xingxiang swung his saber and slashed at Dinggong's back. But Dinggong's body had a talisman. and the saber struck and created sparks, as if it were cutting through iron and steel. He laughed arrogantly. "You guys alone want to destroy Luo Yang?" Just as he was about to counterattack, Yun Jie suddenly raised her bow from within the Tang army and shot a jade arrow, the magic weapon given to her by Qing Zhuan Ziai. The bright arrow hit Ding Gong's chest. The talisman exploded, and the evil aura dissipated. Celestial blood battle without his magic power protecting him. Ding Gong was at a disadvantage. Qin Shu Bao, Cheng Xiaojin, and La Sheng simultaneously attacked. The twin spears were like thunder, and the hammers were as heavy as mountain, golden spear like a dragon. Ding Gong resisted a few more moves, was stabbed in the shoulder by La Than's spear. Cheng's hammer swept off the horse. Finally, Qin Shu Bao struck the spear in the chest. Blood spurted like a fountain. Ding Gong raised his head and laughed madly. "You guys won today. But the ghost soul is not destroyed. Luo Yang will still see a sea of blood." After saying that, he collapsed to the ground. His soul was dragged away by a black shadow.